Good afternoon. Welcome to our first race at Oulton Park Circuit for the Phoenix Racing GT League. It's a racing league, yeah. Welcome everyone. We're just waiting for practice to finish up and we'll be heading into qualifying. As we start, we'll give you a bit of an introduction to our league as well as some of our main sponsors and helpers to this league. And yeah, I hope everyone will enjoy this. We'll just start off with what the league is. It's a GT3 league mostly based on British GT, where we'll be running mostly British circuits and the addition of Spa. We'll be starting here at Oulton this week, and it will consist of mostly 2 heat races where we will have, as normal, obviously a practice, a qualifying, and then we'll have 2 heat races. The first heat race order will be set by the qualifying as usual, and that'll be a 40-minute race. We then move into race 2, which will have a reverse grid of the top 15, giving it a bit of a chance for some people that might have been caught up in traffic or might have had some bad luck to show off their skills, and some people that might have benefited from fresh, clean air to demonstrate their overtaking abilities. I'll run us through the schedule quickly if I can find it. And our schedule will consist, as said today, of Oulton Park International Circuit. We will then move on to Spa on the 20th. We will go into Snetterton on the 27th. We will have Brands Hatch, the GP circuit, on the 3rd of September. Donington Park GP on the 10th of September. And then finally, we will have our Silverstone GP race on the 19th of August. My schedule's a bit weird, not in right order. But how it'll work is that I think that might be the 19th of September. Schedule's got a wrong date, spelling error on here, but that's fine. So Oulton Park, Snetterton, Brands Hatch, they'll all be the heat racing format, where we'll have the 2 heat races. With the Spa, Donington, and Silverstone, they'll be our 3-hour, we'll call them endurance races rather than heat races, and that'll just be a practice qualifying to set the order, and that will then run out, and those will be teams as well, so people will be able to team up as with another driver, so teams of 2. Running we're starting to go into qualifying now, as the clock strikes 7 o'clock. We'll be able to see how everyone does during practice. We've had some good results at the moment. We've got Austin William Campbell, who set the fastest lap in practice, followed by Luke Andrews, Jake Andrews, Billy Wright, and Harry Shaw. All pro drivers for Pro-Am. We've got Jensen, who set the fastest in Pro-Am, followed by Olivia, and then followed by Barnaby, Kenny, and Jessica. We'll see if their practice times will hold true in qualifying. For the crew that we've got aboard, we've got myself, Max. I'll be doing the commentating for the races and behind the scenes, and if I need to step out or something else were to happen, we've got Khalid Ramdam. So, we're watching Jensen at the moment. He was leading the Pro-Am class in practice. I'll watch him go live and see how he does. Try to find a track map.
And just as well for reference, I'm your producer slash co-commentator, Ettore, also known as Khalid Ramadan. and I'll be taking a back seat to Max giving you the rundown of things. Continuing on with obviously watching Jensen Floyd attacking the sector 2 of this track, and we'll see how things progress.
So we'll watch everyone do their qualifying. We've got how many minutes of qualifying is it again? Yeah, so we've got 10 minutes for each class to have a go at the qualifying. Just trying to figure stuff out. There we go. I don't have a track map anymore. That's really annoying me.
And Jensen managed to set the bar. He's managed to get I believe that is a 1:34.8. Currently about half a second clear, getting some more times. Get onto the board. The pit timing is a little bit off, but hopefully that should be fine. We can have a look at Barnaby Brewer, who's a little bit further back. And Barnaby's managing to get relatively close with a 35 flat. So we see what he's managing to do in the Mercedes. And as always, we keep an eye on the chat. So if you've got any requests for people you want to see, let us know. So we're about halfway into qualifying. And it's an open session here. So hopefully we shouldn't get any incidents of traffic. But on a claustrophobic track as Oulton, that's always the chance. We can grab an onboard here as we wait to see whether we can get a call of a lap at some point. Hop on board with Jessica Vaser.
As we watch Jessica go around, we see her going down towards the front stretch past the pit road. We'll see what she sets on this lap here as she just goes past the start finish, heading into the first corner. Nice smooth line through there. Previous best is a 1:34.7, so we'll need to get about a second and a bit off to match Jensen's time as she comes down into one of the trickier turns at Oulton. It's a nice big 180 kind of hairpin, but it's a bit of a wider hairpin as you come around, and it's got a nice bit of camber on it, so you can be a bit faster, but then as you can see there, it could trick you out as you're coming out towards the end. As she just touches the grass maybe a tiny wee bit, makes her way through the chicane and onto the back two straights of the circuits. A little bit of a chicane here to just navigate. I'm sure she'll have no trouble with that. And yeah, makes it onto the kind of second back straight. Just kind of two major corners to counter here. As you can see, everyone is on track trying their very best. Jensen still leading with Barnaby in second. Makes it onto the last final sort of straight before the last corner. And nicely breaking into that last corner. Makes it around without much of an issue. Sometimes the rear end can kick out here, especially in some of the rear wheel drive cars. However, she manages it, and what have we got? Olivia's just set a new fastest lap, actually, I can see. So Jessica managed to set a 1:34.4. However, Olivia and then Parker afterwards are now P1 and 2. So Parker managed to set a 1:33.3 in his Ferrari, and Olivia in her Chevrolet managed to set a 1:33.5. Kicking Jensen off first spot. Now, I remember in the pre kind of season test races we did, Jensen showed some incredible speed, but it seems like maybe Oulton's he's not as good as Oulton as he was in the pre-test tracks. We'll just have to see how, if he can get his lap times back and if he can get back to P1, or if Parker and Olivia will keep these first 2 positions. We've still got 2 minutes left. That's enough to do just 1 more lap, really, for each of them as they come around. So Parker and Olivia, we've got Jensen and Barnaby, Jessica, Justin, and Stefan.
And it seems like Parker has allowed a few of the cars past. I believe that might have been, was it Barnaby that went past? But I'm guessing Parker's going to have to reply because Olivia just went faster as well, and so did Jensen Floyd.
1:32.9 for Olivia.
Yeah, it's going to have to get in gear. Just under 2 minutes left to go, so you might get enough time for 2 laps, I think.
So we're now in the 32s, which I think that's faster than anything in practice. No. So practice, the fastest times we had in the pro class were 1:31s. And in Pro-Am was Jensen with a 1:32.2. So he technically, he has the ability to do it. It's just whether he can fight the nerves during qualifying. I mean, we know that practicing qualifying, you get a bit of a different mindset, and one might be more challenging than the other. Obviously, practice, everyone's on track, including the pros, so you might have a bit more traffic that you could even stick to the back of one and just copy their moves. Here, you've only got the Pro-Am separated from the pros, so it might be that Jensen was following one of the pros, or he's just not got the nerves for qualifying. We'll have to see. I think he's improved his lap time there. He's just managed to get a 1:33.2. It's still not quite enough to catch Olivia in her Chevrolet. I mean, they're both mid-engine cars, so they're not. I think the Corvette is a mid-engine, is it?
Oh, yes, it is. And
yeah.
Parker's going to have to get a move on because I don't think he's lighting up the timing borders right now. We've got the inset camera on show, so I'm not expecting an improvement here. Parker's
just making his way down the back, and we'll see what lap time he posts, and it's a 1:33.1. Not quite to catch Olivia. So I think, unless...
I don't think he got time for another lap. We've got the pros out on track now as well, so...
Pros are coming on track. That means the Pro-Ams will have to retire this practice session, the qualifying session, and I believe we'll have our order set here, which will be Olivia starting in P1 for Pro-Ams eyes. Oh, someone's gone off track. Parker starting in P2.
Billy Wright, I think.
Oh no, he's one of the pros. He's off the track already. That's not ideal. So yeah, the order for Pro-Am is Olivia, Parker, Jensen, Barnaby, Jessica, Stefan, Kenny, Justin, Katrina, and Ian. We'll move on to the pros.
Yep. I can bring up a replay of what happened to Billy here. We're following him right now. So he already lost it.
Just loses the rear on cold tires, which...
On outlap.
Yeah, that'll be a cold tire syndrome, which... Yeah, it's easy to do. You're used to racing them how you race the... in practice, and then you're coming out on the cold tires and you do it the same way, and then... Yeah, it's something we've all done, I think. As I just pull up the leaderboard for the pros. We're just watching them complete their first lap, so... Is that... Yeah, so we've got...
And that is currently Billy Wright in focus. I believe that might be Jonathan Ogden just ahead of him. So I'm not...
Billy's just coming across the start-finish line. We'll see what they've set here. Obviously, this is their out lap, so...
Bit of a suboptimal positioning here. An open session, you'd expect to have a bit more of a gap.
Yeah.
I believe that's Match Khan behind him as well.
They're running quite close, which will not give them the best opportunity to take corners how they want to, because Billy's off again.
That's definitely an off track. So we'll hop to someone that's already halfway around the lap. This would be Luke Andrews on shot in the Mustang.
It's interesting to see a Mustang. I've personally not seen them race in this league. We'll see how they do. Obviously, Mustangs having a bit of an advantage in overall iRacing. Well, with their traction control and ABS having, I think, slightly more, people call them faster settings set in the fixed setup. A lot of discussion going on at the moment currently whether ABS and TC should be allowed to be modified in fixed setups or not. But as he makes his way into the final corner and comes across the start finish in just a sec here, we'll see what kind of lap times he'll be setting. For reference, he was setting 1:31.7s and he's done a 1:32.8. So faster than Livia, and some of the other pro drivers are coming in. However, they're setting their times below the Pro-Am drivers. At the moment, it's just Luke Andrews above the Pro-Am with his 1:32.8. Sure, we'll see hopefully some 1:31s as well as we watch him do another lap. He'll be coming just out of the hairpin there now, going onto the straight at the back with a couple of chicanes he has to navigate, cutting it nice and close to those wheat tyre stacks. Very important not to tag them, because if you tag them, it gives you some nice big instability on the car, and yeah, you don't want that. Easy to spin it out after that. Difficult set of corners here, coming through the second chicane. Very big kind of maneuvering of the throttle you have to do there to make sure you get enough throttle to get a good speed onto the straight, but not enough throttle to then oversteer into the corner or spin like Billy did earlier. See them do their last turn here again, and if they can improve their times. I mean, Luke doesn't really need to improve his time. He might want to, because I'm sure his competitors will catch up. By the moment he's sitting P1 of the overall. The other pro drivers, however, do need to get a bit of a move on, because Jake, who's second in pro, is still behind the top 5 Pro-Ams. There we go. Now got some more people coming across, so Harry Shaw making his way to P2.
He's bottom of the shot right now as well.
And we can see him on the bottom screen. And then we've got Jake and Zane. Oh, everything's moving about. Jake and Zane, who are below. Yeah, we've still only got Luke and Harry, who are above Olivia. We've got an off track from Luke.
And we can go on a replay to have a look at what happened there, because that looked like he was just pushing, and went straight off the track. So probably early on the power, tried to straddle that curb, and the Mustang did not like that at all. Can give
I think maybe just a bit of understeer there, not able to either too much throttle, not enough steering.
Too much throttle, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Ah well, it's one of these things. Happens. At least he's got the fastest lap, so if that's all he does, and if no one else can catch him, it'll be ideal. Got about 3 minutes and 50 seconds left, so probably enough for just about 2 to 3 laps.
Got the other Andrews in the other Mustang on screen right now.
Are they brothers? I wonder if they're brothers.
I mean, surely, if you're driving a Mustang, if you're
they're both
driving
Mustangs, they're both called Andrews. They must be brothers. Yeah. So we're watching the other brother, Jake. We're just going to say they're brothers for now. And if they're not, then, well, then they're not. He's currently in, where is he?
P14,
Everything's moving.
15 overall now, as Jonathan Oulton goes up the leaderboard.
He is fast as the 1:33.8, so not ideal, especially when you compare it to some of the Pro-Am times that have been set. We've got moving about. We've got 4 cars now who are faster than Olivia at the moment. That's Luke, Austin, Harry, and Yanis. We'll see if Jake can match his brother's time, or if Luke is the fast one of the family and Jake may be the pretty one. Who knows?
We'll see.
See which genes he's got. He's just making his way onto the last kind of 2 turns at the back here. come into the second last corner, and then I'll navigate that bit more tricky final corner. Just Oulton block. There we go. Druids. That's what it was called. I always forget that name. Druids corner at the back, and then he's coming into Lodge corner now. They keep changing these track corners, which is really frustrating for me. Because sometimes the Shell Oils corner is a Shell Oils corner, sometimes it's called the SO bend.
And we've got a lot of stuff going on. Sorry to interject. We've got Jake Andrews on the top of your screen, going second overall. I really wanted to just cut you off there, because we had Jonathan Ogden at the bottom of the screen taking his absolute best to try and get some space on the track. He cut this last chicane and went
seems to be driving very slow there.
Yeah.
It's probably from a slowdown there.
Probably that, and
I think he's
a gap as well on the track. Which, speaking of which,
he's struggling a bit there. Not enough practice, or
I mean, if he's running out of fuel and he really wants to go again,
I think he's running out of fuel.
Must be. Yeah, that is
interesting. Oh, he's coming to pit road.
Does he even have time to go again? I don't think he does.
No, especially not if he's... No, there won't be. There's a minute left in the session, so he'll be off. And where is he in his Aston Martin? Jonathan. Yeah, he's P8 at the moment, which is not terrible. He's just a little bit slower than Olivia. By
Luke Andrews saying purple sectors.
Oh, nice, Luke Andrews.
So yeah.
He's looking at the moment for. So he's improved his time again. He's on 1:31.7, and Jake is another 1:31.8. So they're both in the 31s now. The only cars at the moment that have managed to do the 1:31s. We'll see what he manages to pull off here.
And this would be his last attempt as well, I think. So probably stay on board with him here.
So we've got the Mustang brothers leading the field. No surprise to anyone that is, has seen iRacing kind of controversy and speak online recently with the Mustangs being, and the session ends.
Bang.
Well, we have our field.
Yeah.
And definitely
see if we can get the
had a good session there.
Grid up. I think we can. You can give us a rundown of the standings at the moment.
Yep. So we've got. Let me pull up my standings here. So, for qualification, we have Luke and Jake starting on the front row, as expected, as they are very fast, very rapid. To be fair, they are sitting at... Well, Luke's got the higher rating with 5,000, and Jake's got about nearly 3,000, so definitely good drivers. Clearly, I think they're definitely brothers now. Yeah, 100%. So the Andrews brothers taking the front row of the Pro Class. We then got Austin behind him in the Audi R8. Lovely wee black and turquoise scheme. He's at a 132, so not quite a 131. We've then got Harry Shaw next to him, who's not gridded yet, but he will be in a Lamborghini Huracan. Behind them, we've got Jack Middleton in his Lamborghini Huracan as well. My classes aren't separated. That's wonderful. We've then got Yanis Dare, who is in a Lamborghini Huracan as well. Followed by Jonathan. Oh no. Where's Jonathan at?
This would be Olivia, who's...
Yeah, Olivia. So we're then going to the Pro-Ams.
It's a little bit of a mix as well, I think, because if you don't mind me taking over here, we've got Olivia in P7, highest Pro-Am in the field, followed by Jonathan Ogden, and then a bunch of Pro-Ams and Pros all mixed in. So we've got Ollie James Smith, Parker Gloin, Jensen Floyd, Oram, Zane Kvecha, Hope I said that correctly. Barnaby Brewer, Thomas Dyer, Jessica Racer, Billy Wright, Stefan Visser, Kenny Hobbs, Madge Khan, Justin Van Heusen, a little bit further back as well. And then we've got Ian Holder and Katarina Geisler. Just rushing this along as the pace car is already coming out of the corner. So we'll let
Pace car
Max
got a
take
bit of damage there.
that'd be a new one. Pace car is off. Andrews are setting things away, and they are.
We're off the green flag. The two Mustangs leading a strong charge at the start here. We'll see how T1 goes. Can always be a bit of an interesting one. As they look to all make it through.
Oh, we've had some off at the back.
Oh, no. We've had some off tracks at the back, and two cars. We'll see if there's any contact here.
We were on board with Jensen as well in qualifying, so that all got undone, and he's being followed behind by Thomas Dyer. So we'll cut back to the front pack real quick, because they are side by side at some point.
Yeah, Mustangs are still leading consistently at the moment, and we've got a bit of battling here between, is that Billy and...
Yes.
Is that Zane?
That
Billy
is
and Zane. Though they seem to have sort of sorted out an order here now. Olivia's still leading her. Billy spins again. God, he's not going to be happy. I think all the spins in qualifying might have gotten into his head a little bit here. Or he just... Cold tyres. Got a lot of off tracks at the front, as I'm seeing as well. A couple of cars being very lenient with the track limits. One of the Mustangs brothers, but one of them is pulling away. That'd be Luke, who's currently pulling away from Jake. As Jake is being challenged by Austin in the Audi. We'll see as they head down into the last turn here. Austin's got the inside and he manages to make the pass as they head onto the front stretch. So the Mustang brothers could only have the lead for not even one lap before they've been split up. We'll see if Jake makes any attempt here at trying to get the position back, and if he can. The Audis are fast, and Austin, if I remember correctly from the heat races, the practice races, he was quite fast. But is it enough to beat the Jake brothers? Got another attempt at an overtake here. He will have the outside of the corner, so...
Austin Williams off.
The next, and the Audi goes off.
Oh, God.
No. Was there a bit of contact?
But was there ever? That is... I think he's out. Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, that'll be...
Just when I tried to cue it as well.
Toast. I wonder if there was contact there or not.
We'll
have a look at the replay in just a minute.
Here you go.
I'm being...
surely that was going to play at some point. Austin Williams was getting passed, so let's cut that back here. That was when he went off, so it was a bit earlier than that. Okay, here we go. Side by side.
Yeah, they come side by side into that. Oh,
was that netcode? That might have been. I thought he had the space.
Maybe, yeah. It could have been netcode. It could have been a bit of eager driving by Jake, shall we say.
Oof.
Either way, Austin is now most likely out of the race. I mean, he might get back on with some repairs, but he'll not do much well with how much time he's lost in pit lane. We'll go back to the leaders.
Prime leader right here.
Andrew's brothers are... Sorry?
Prime leader on screen right now.
So we've got Olivia at the moment on the screen. She's leading the Pro-Ams. She's got quite a bit of gap on Barnaby. There's 2 cars in between her and the next Pro-Am. With about a 2-second gap between them. I mean, the field's still quite bunched up, to be fair, at the front. We've got a bit of a gap from first to second, and then a bit of a pack all the way through to 5th. And then you've got Olivia here, who's kind of in the 3rd pack. She's just following that Mustang at the front of Ollie. And then, yeah, there's that gap to the first pack. We'll see if she manages to maybe even beat all the pros in front of her. I mean, she's a good racer and definitely got talent, but they are, there's the classes for a reason. If she can manage to outrace them, that'll definitely be something good for her to kind of feel well about this first race. And obviously, the next season of this league, whoever wins the Pro-Ams will get moved into Pro. So she might be looking to gauge her opponents there. She maybe tries to make a move here on these. It doesn't quite stick. There's just a bit too much of a gap on the Mustang as they make their way onto the back part of the track.
And I think this might be a good chance to have a look at what happened in that turn 1. If you remember, Thomas Dyer and Jensen
the two people went off the track.
No move here, so we'll take our chance to cut to replay. They were side by side, and it was just them. Yeah, it was just them. I thought more cars got involved in that.
Did they have contact? I didn't quite see.
They did.
They just both.
I think they did.
Yeah.
They were going kind of side by side, and then it just wasn't on, unfortunately. So we can grab a little bit of a far chase just to get a better view of the action as they manage to continue on and rejoin. So we've got Dyer here around the outside. Looks like he had plenty of space, and then just
sketchy. Yeah, looks like the blue car. Excuse me for not calling the name out.
Jensen Floyd. That was
Jensen Floyd makes a bit of contact with the rear quarter. Maybe just not estimating how much track there was available there, but racing incidents happen. As we're watching Zine currently just in front of Olivia. She seems to have dropped back a couple of places. No harm though, they're all pro cars. She is in front of Barnaby now, however, so she's lost her gap on the next Pro-Am car.
Yeah, she's lost, I think, 2 positions in the course of like 2 minutes, so...
Which is not great. Her last lap time was a 34.3, and Barnaby behind her is doing a 1:34.1, so she needs to pick up the pace here or Barnaby is going to get past her, and that puts her in the lines of Kenny and Jessica. So obviously it'd be great for her to win this first race. Same for the Andrews brothers, as winning the first race of the season is always a big morale and momentum boost, but we'll see how they do. We've got
overtake just now.
Alright,
got
Billy's just... Yeah, Billy's getting past one of the cars. We'll see if there's a nice replay of that. I think it was just somewhere on the front stretch would have been.
It was probably coming out of turn 1. I can bring that up for you as well.
Yeah, great. Here we go. He's approaching, and it seems to be some sort of mistake, maybe on the Ferrari there. Is that Ferrari?
It was the McLaren of Jessica. I think she kind of just got out the way there. I think Billy's shown considerable pace compared to the cars around him. If you go back to live, he's been doing 33.2. Cars in and around his position are doing high 33s, high 34s, and we can see immediately he's right on the back of Maj Khan, another pro, and quite an unorthodox send there.
Well, I think Billy's driving style could be described as unorthodox. I mean, he had some issues in the qualifying. However, he's making his way back now through the field after that early race spin. Not too much of a bother for him. I mean, we've got 30 minutes left in the race. Plenty of time to make up those lost positions, and he is currently sitting on P13, which is not the worst thing in the world.
Absolutely.
Olivia still managing to stay on top of Barnaby here, and well, I believe Luke is driving away a little bit. We've got some lap traffic coming into play here now as well. The 20 of Austin, he's back on track. Oh, and he's back on track in front of the car. That span him. If we can cut to
I need a name.
Jake Andrews and Austin Campbell in P2. If we remember back, Austin was spun a little bit by Jake here, and he's clearly done his repairs. He's a couple of laps down. Well, 2 laps down. Oh no, 1 lap down, sorry. 1 lap down. Yeah. And he's in front of the car, so we'll see if he starts holding him up here, or if there will be further contact. It'll certainly be interesting to watch this as it evolves. At the moment, I think Jake might be being a bit smart here, not pushing it too hard, just staying back a bit, because he knows that's the car he pissed off earlier.
Yeah, I mean, it
and
was a
he
fair,
doesn't
it
want
was a
his.
fair overtake attempt. I think when they were fighting,
Yeah,
it
it was
was
it
a
was definitely a
very
racing incident.
yeah.
Um,
We've
and
got
I
some other fights on track as well. If I don't mind
let's have a look at that.
taking the chance to, you've got Barnaby Brewer getting
Oh, on
the
the heels
hurry
of
up by
Olivia.
Kenny. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
He's,
yep, you're
he's
right.
definitely on her rear there. He's dropped the back a bit into the corner, not making an outrageous send or anything. As they come onto towards Shell Oil's corner, that's turn 5, the nice big hairpin. We'll see them just make the little island bend. We'll see who gets out the corner faster. Nice corner this, to either manage to gain an advantage over someone or catch up with them, but it seems like they did pretty evenly through there. Oh, there we go. Got a wee track map. Look at that. Technology. Love that. As they make their way onto the back straight. I like calling it a back straight, but it's not really a straight, is it? It's like
Absolutely not. No.
it's like a couple of straights. There's a straight with a kink, with another straight, with a kink, with another straight. But we'll just call it the back straight because it is.
Yeah. And
Make their way.
if it's without the chicane, it definitely does turn into a back straight. But
Yeah.
that just makes the right-hander a far more fearsome corner.
Well, Knickerbrook.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Difficult corner that too, especially if it is the straight layout. You
Oh,
can
we've got the
easily
overtake
overjudge. Oh yeah. We've got who's that?
That's Kenny Hobbs.
Kenny Hobbs going past Barnaby here. But
Side by side.
he tried to go past, and
There he goes.
Barnaby managed to keep the position as they head into Old Hull corner. Coming around that, yeah, it was a good attempt at an overtake, but just didn't execute it all the way through, I think.
But replay here, so you can see.
A bit of a braking advantage, but then just doesn't manage to get off on the throttle as well as the Mercedes does there.
Yeah. That's
I'm sure he'll try
the
again.
benefit of running that outside line there.
Yeah, you get a much
nicely
better
held.
shot out of the corner. As they come out of the hairpin at the bottom of the track, back onto our so-called back straight, not straight. They have lost a bit of time here to Olivia, I think, with battling each other, which is a good advantage for her. She was managing to run 33.4s that last lap, and they ran 34.8 and 34.4, so them battling is a bit of an advantage, though I think any speed that Kenny had there is now kind of dropped off as he falls back into the sights of Billy Wright, who will probably make quick work of him. Let's have a look. So
Got a fight further up as well. Yanis Dyer. Maybe
Yanis
Dyer.
Dyer
I'm not
with-
sure.
Who's he battling with there? Harry Shaw, would that be? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Harry Shaw
Yanis
behind.
and Harry,
Jack
both in the
Middleton.
Lambos. So the exact same car. So this is the nice thing about running a fixed series. Obviously, there's still a bit of difference between the different cars, but when you have people in the same car racing each other, it truly is just about driver's skill and, you know, knowing the track, knowing your markers. And we'll see that showcase just here because realistically, there's nothing different between these two cars, or well, these three cars here actually. Are they all? Yeah, they're all. So we've got
Got
Yanis,
Harry
Harry.
Shaw's nose cam on the inset as well, just to get a good sense of the closing speeds here on the track.
As they make their way onto our back way, not straight sort of thing. Gotta start calling it something eventually. Figure out a name for it. It's not 10 syllables. This corner here always was tricky for me because you have to get on the accelerator, then let off, but not brake, but do a little bit of braking. But they seem to have managed it quite well. Still running the same sort of gaps from each other. I mean, we've got about a gap of 0.4, 0.4. Yeah. So they've both got basically identical gaps to each other. However, the top driver does seem to be pulling away a little bit. And that would be Jack Middleton.
Yep, absolutely.
As we do another lap, and we'll have a look at the lap time. So Jack in the front was doing a 32.9. We've then got Yanis in the middle doing a 32.9, and Harry in last doing a 32.9.
Identical lap times,
with
which
it.
is not surprised,
Well,
I think.
Yeah, so we've got a little bit of a faster one from Jack Milliken. He did a 909. Yanis in the middle was a 972, and then Harry did a 971. So Jack is the faster one out of the three, but it's very close. We'll just you're almost hoping, if you're one of these drivers, for the others to make a bit of a slip up or just miss their braking marker, maybe overshoot a little bit and having to slam on the brakes and get offline. But at the moment, all three of them are fighting very vigorously, trying to either stay in the top of the position in case of Jack's case, or trying to get the position for Yanis and Harry.
So whilst these pros are doing their thing of tantalizing us with a move that doesn't seem to be coming into fruition, I'll take the chance to cut to Jensen Floyd. Seems like he went off somewhere and managed to lose a whole bunch of positions. We're just gonna stay here just to see if there's
Yeah, he's done it.
Not quite. So we're gonna cut to Jensen here.
Jensen's down at E16. Obviously, he went off earlier at the start of the race. I don't know if he recovered back like afterwards, but
okay, it was Van Huysen that went off. I can bring up the replay what happened to him.
perfect.
So he rejoined quite slowly here, and then oof.
Oh,
So this was him coming off of an earlier incident apparently, which is pretty
God,
interesting.
and he nearly loses it again there.
Yeah.
You can see the rear tires just losing it a bit. But we've also got something developing at the front of the field. Jake is called up to Austin.
Yeah.
They're back to back now, so we'll see if there is any. We're watching a battle now for Ollie in P6, as well as
He was one of the cars
Jonathan.
in the tests as well. So already seen him in some of the test broadcasts.
Now here we've got the Mustang, who's obviously quite dominant against the Aston that you don't really see raced a lot. I haven't seen a lot of Astons or the Acuras racing in the GT3 series on iRacing at the moment. I don't know whether that's just because they're a bit more newer and people aren't really comfortable with them, or because they don't drive as well, but he seems to be sort of sticking up here with the Ford, who's obviously one of the more dominant cars, as they make their way down the last bit of the back straight into the last turn and switching onto the front straight, which is quite small. Let's have a look. So Ollie and Jonathan.
Billy went off.
133.8. Olivia went off.
Billy, it was Billy that went off.
Billy. Again. Oh yeah, it just runs the corner a little wide here, a bit too much acceleration coming out.
He'll live with that.
Just as well, Jake has managed to get past Austin without any incident, which is good to see.
Oh, we had a pass forward the podium as well.
Yeah.
I can't believe we just missed it. It was Yanis managing to get the move done, and Jack's hurting. He's right being chased by Harry.
We were watching them the whole time and nothing was happening. We cut away and something happens.
Dang pros, man. But they don't want to get
It's very
staged up on
typical
camera, so...
No, but I'm sure we have a replay of that.
Yes, we do. And I can grab the probably appropriate TV cam for this. So this is Yanis making his way past Jack.
Oh! Nice wee late move there on the brakes. Where are we here? Is that the...
And that's the final corner.
Is that Druids?
Yep.
Yeah, oh yeah, it would have been Lodge Corner then. Yeah, good move that, nice.
Just
Nice wee sharp turn. Just kind of dips there, bit later on the brakes and just makes the move past the inside. To be fair, he did leave the inside open there. Jack and the Lambo there, he was quite far on the outside. I'm sure he didn't probably anticipate the move, especially if they've been running that order for a couple of laps, but he left the door open and Yanis just took advantage of it and drove past him, which, as he should. So we've now got the two Andrews brother in 1 and 2 and Yanis in P3 on the podium. Olivia still leading her class, still followed very closely by Barnaby, followed by Kenny. However, Billy's about to cut through Barnaby and Olivia. We'll see if that stirs anything up. Olivia trying to get past Zane here. He's blocking the track quite well, not giving her a lot of chance to squeeze past him. We'll see if she manages to get the speed up here. And that holds her up and puts her right into the catches of Barnaby. That's definitely not what she wanted to see there, as Barnaby goes for the pass, but probably not in the best area of the track to try that, coming into the Knickerbrick and Hislop chicane there. Making their way towards turn 15. We'll see if he tries again here. This is definitely a better overtaking opportunity here in these last two 15 and 16 turns than there was at Hislop's. Yeah, it's just not very safe to try and do a pass coming through the chicanes there. You can do it coming off them if you manage to get the speed, just kind of down Clay Hill, but does think because the car in front of Olivia has gotten some gap now, she'll be able to run back at full speed and not have to slow down for Barnaby people to catch her. Billy is flashing behind them, wanting to go past, I'm sure. Trying to get to
inset cam from Billy's view as well. So
yeah, that'd be great. We'll get a nice. Oh, it goes off a little bit. Clearly, not having much regard for track limits there. We'll see the battle between the two from probably the best perspective, which is Billy's. I'm sure he's having a good time watching that from his race car there, though I'm sure he just wants both of them to park up on the side so we can go past and challenge Zane for P8. But they're not going to do that because they've got their own battle going on and they don't care what Billy wants right now. They just want to win their Pro-Am Heat Race 1, which we have just over 18 minutes off left, so still plenty of time for some moves to happen through here. Again, Olivia doing a nice job navigating the chicanes here.
For Maj Khan. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a slowdown that he's gonna have to surf from somewhere, or if that's a genuine iRacing drive-through. Yeah, we'll see if he pits, and I'll keep people updated if that's the case. Oh, there he goes.
We have an incident. No,
he's gone for a move.
Oh yeah, Billy's going for a move on Barnaby here. Two of the AMGs fighting together. We'll really see how the different classes play into play here. I mean, realistically, Billy should be able to make light work of Barnaby here due to his higher class. No, there's no... Ooh. Oh! He doesn't give him a lot of space there, but he makes the pass for the position. I'm sure Barnaby's not going to be the most happy about that.
And that's a move done. Jessica Vaser is off. And
yeah, Jessica is off the track and rejoins just behind Barnaby, but I think she's on lap down anyway.
A few updates as well. Just whilst we were watching that fight, Maj Khan did get a drive through, so he's in the pits.
Oh.
And I think that's a stop hold, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh. What's the, do we have a set incident limit here for these tracks? I'm not actually sure.
There should be, and the issue here is...
10, so you can get 10 incident points for a drive-through, and 20 would be a disqualification. So he's already halfway there, and it's not even halfway of the race. So if he keeps racing like that, we might see a disqualification here.
So Kenny Hobbs had an issue as well. So it happened in 2 moments. Let's go look at the replay. So this is Kenny. Oh, and he just let go. What happened to him?
That might be a steering wheel disconnect there.
Yeah, and then he's just jumped to the pits. It's a good thing he didn't get
involved with anyone else there. Yeah, that could have been quite bad coming into one of the sharper corners if he was in traffic there. Could have wiped out quite a few people. I think that might be some hardware issues there on his side. And unfortunate for him.
It's all just happening at the same time. Billy has managed to go off track, and now he's lost position to Barnaby again after working so hard for it. We can see what happened to him. And well deep.
Oh, just that corner again. He seems to just overdrive that corner a little bit.
And then Barnaby goes through.
No ideal acceleration sense. I mean, Billy as well. He set a really good time. What was it? Yeah, in practice he was P4 in practice, and now he's just struggling.
Yeah,
it's not very usual to see this kind of performance from him. I mean, he's quite a high rated driver. When we look at Billy, he's 2600 at the moment. He should be doing better through these corners. I don't don't know if the qualifying session just really threw him off with those couple of spins, and he's just not able to get back into that mindset or what's happening there. But it's not ideal from 2 cars in the pits at the moment. That'll be Kenny and Ian, both 21 and 22nd.
They've parked the car because they're currently quite a few laps down already. Ian pretty much only has 3 laps on the dot. Magic Khan is in the pits again. I think this was probably a case of he had a drive-through, but he didn't go
speeding
all the
on
way
pit road
through.
or something.
He parked the car, so he didn't serve it. Ollie is now in the pits as well.
Oh wow! I mean, are we starting to see pit stops here? Maybe
That could be the case. I see. There we go. Magic now actually goes through the pit.
There you go.
So
he must have had a drive-through, came into service car, which didn't count as his drive-through, and then he's coming again. As he comes out in front of Billy, Billy's going to be furious here
as well.
Now our blue flags are relaxed to the sense where they're not F1. You don't have to give it the position, but it's probably in his best interest here to just move over and let Billy pass, to be fair, because
there he goes.
I mean, he's a lap down. Got a couple of lap cars. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lap cars at the moment. Anyone in the top 15 is still on the correct lap. However, Justin is away to get lapped soon as well. Andrew's brothers are still leading as we're starting to see more and more pit stops coming in here now. I mean, Zane just performing stop here. They'll just be mostly taking fuel here. I don't think anyone would be taking tyres unless they're like further down the field. You might see tyres to try and gain an advantage, but I think most people will be taking fuel only.
Absolutely. Yep.
Starting. So I've got my thing here.
Still in the pits. So
she's taking tyres.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's taking tyres. Maybe just if she's had a spin or something, maybe just getting rid of those like flat spots or anything, just making the car feel a bit better. So the top 11 still have to pit. Well, so Ollie. Barnaby's pitting, given, well, that means Olivia will have no contention here. However,
Jack went off track somewhere. Oh, yeah, that's Jack off track. Watch the rejoin.
Oh, God. Thankfully, that was a lap car already. That would have been Austin that's just been hit there,
Jessica
I think.
has to slam the brakes behind. And that's the Merc of Stefan Visser, I believe, going through as well.
God, what's happened there?
That was Jack Middleton going off. I've got
coming
two
from
separate
P4.
ones. Yeah. So what was that?
That's not ideal.
On board.
So he comes into shallow corner, just loses it, right? Yeah. Just the rear kicking out a bit, and then just obviously he can't brake that well in the grass, and just takes out Austin, unfortunately. Now, at least, like I said, Austin is already quite far down, though I'm sure Austin will be absolutely fuming at this point.
Yeah.
But
just want to see that again.
At least it wasn't the leaders, or We've also had a position change for the Pro-Am leader. Yanis is now leading over Olivia. I'm not sure if that's because Olivia came into pit.
Olivia is still out on track. Olivia's still out on track. The top 10 have not pitted, though Yanis is proving me wrong by having gotten in now. And we've got more cars pitting. Visser coming through.
Yeah, everyone should be coming into pit sooner here.
Austin's coming into pit.
Yeah, P8. Olivia's coming in as well. Yeah, everyone's coming into pit now. We'll see if it's an advantage here to pit early or to pit late. I would say it's better to pit late because you're running on less fuel for longer, which means your car's obviously lighter. But then you do have to fuel up a bit more.
Almost had a crash there. And that was, I think that was, who was that again? It was the Ferrari, wasn't it? Yes, Jensen Floyd and Thomas Dyer almost had another incident. Olivia exiting the pits just ahead of...
got a black flag as well, by the way. Jensen Floyd has got a black flag.
That was entry. Had to have been entry.
Yeah, most likely. So he'll be dropping a couple positions down there. We'll wait for this to reset. So Olivia still leads leading Pro-Am. Yeah, just ahead of her teammate Billy here. See if them two will just get on and probably let Billy pass if she's smart here because she's got quite a good lead on Barnaby here. Let me just figure this out. Yeah, she's got about a 10-second lead on Barnaby. So, I mean, you don't want to give up too much time letting Billy pass, but
Andrew's brothers are into the pits.
there you go. That's our leaders in the pits. Really running those Mustangs longer
Absolutely.
than anyone else. I think they'll be the last ones to come into pit. Everyone else is pitted, so they'll be the last ones to pit. In the top 10, the only ones that pitted a bit earlier would have been Ollie Smith and Barnaby Bruce. So they came in a bit earlier than the rest, and then everyone else came in around lap 18, and then so Luke Andrews, Jake Andrews, and Harry Shaw, they came in around lap 19, just one lap
There
later.
goes Billy.
Is that Billy gone past Olivia?
Yeah.
That makes sense. I'm sure she wasn't fighting him too hard here. Just doesn't want to tear up the race because she's still got a good, comfortable 10-second lead on Barnaby here, which is definitely something. Oh, she's looking to make a move here.
Thought about
it. So she's not giving the position up to Billy as easily as I'm sure he's hoping.
So eyes on Harry Shaw at the
managed
moment, at the top. He's
he's
back where he started.
P3.
Yeah, he's back where he started.
We'll see if he. So how far back is he? Harry Shaw. Well, it's showing Yanis being as. Why is Yanis showing in P3 for me?
So I wanted to also highlight as well. So Yanis is incorrectly listed as a pro-am. Yanis is actually pro. So it is technically Olivia in the lead of pro-am. Yanis in pro at the moment is currently in 3rd overall as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. So we've got the two brothers, the two Mustang brothers, and then we've got the two Lambos behind them. Now the gap, how far of a gap have we got? We've got P1 with an 8-second gap. We then got a 5-second gap to P3, and they're quite close to P4. So it gets tighter towards the field. We've also got more lap traffic now. So between P1 and 2, there's a couple of lap cars there that will P2 and 3 and 4 will have to fight through. As we've now got, let's watch this play out. Just trying to see how many cars are on the lead lap. Probably have about 19 cars on the lead lap, I think.
Yep, out of 22. Oh!
Well,
Jack's off.
Oh, God. Jack goes into the dirt. Just overdriving a corner here.
He's got to watch that rejoin.
Just ahead of Olivia here. Oh, and he parks it up and he tows it to pit road.
That
Interesting.
rough.
It didn't look like there would have been much damage for that spin. I don't know if there was contact before the spin, maybe.
No.
I'm sure we can get a replay of it, but
grass. Ooh.
Yeah, he just loses it on the grass and he doesn't touch the barrier. So I'm unsure why he's decided to not just rejoin here. I mean, he only would have lost about maybe 3 positions from P7.
Yeah. I think it's just a bad day gone worse. So I think definitely frustration.
He's
on
retired
his end.
now, I think. It looks like on the leaderboard he's out of the car and retired. He has a black flag, to be fair. So I don't know.
Then, yeah.
Do you reckon he was disqualified there?
No, if he was disqualified, he would have likely been completely ejected from the session. So the fact that his car is sitting in the pit lane. As
Does it
opposed
not
to
sit there if you get disqualified, or does it just
if you get
not show
disqualified,
until-
it will be a. Oh, that was a joke. The first one, but I just gave up. Yep, that's unfortunate, man. Just seeing the chat as well. There is thankfully Heat 2 as well, so that should hopefully give you a good chance. We've got another. So Ollie James Smith just went off as well, and that was the Mustang just ahead of Jack at the time. So what happened to him? Let's have a look.
Let's see. Just checking in on everyone. Yeah, still the same order.
This is turn 1.
Is it a bit of dirt? Oh yeah, just losing just a bit of overdriving there, and then is it dirty tires that'll cause them issues?
Yep.
Is that it? Yeah, it's just a bit. Yeah, just a bit of overdriving there. Nothing major, but these drivers do need to watch their track limits. I mean, 10 incidents isn't a lot for 30 minutes to get a drive-through penalty. I mean, the GT3 racing series you get on iRacing, you get 17 before you get a drive-through, and that's 20-minute sessions.
Oh, and we've had a pass for third place.
Oh yeah.
So
Harry Shaw.
Currently behind Match Khan. I don't know if that was blue flag traffic getting involved. Match Khan is the Porsche in the head of shot right here. Harry Shaw in third place.
Harry passed Yanis.
Yes. Yanis just behind here. And
most likely will have been some sort of hold up by lap traffic.
I don't think
we'll watch the replay.
Yeah. We're just going to stay here a little bit because
there's Porsche conceding the position. Oh, what was that?
What was that?
The camera angle there didn't really
do it justice
show that, but I think it looked like Majkan maybe looked like he was giving up the position and then just slammed the door and.
Yeah, I want to try to do it justice on the replay, but I don't want to take my eyes off this. Yanis now has to be careful here.
Yeah, Maj doing some very unpredictable driving, which is probably the worst you could do. Driving unpredictably, especially, I mean, he's a lap down. He really should be not challenged. I mean, he's allowed to drive his race. I don't have a problem with people trying to race even if they're lap down, but pulling stunts like that and moving in front of people when you look like you're giving up the position is just, especially this early in the season, you're just making enemies for a lot of reasons. I mean, especially when you have such a distinguishable car. I mean, it's a very... The delivery on that you can clearly see.
All right, so...
I think Yanis will remember that.
I'll bring up the replay on the bottom screen whilst we've got... So live is on top. We're going to bring up the replay. So first was Yanis going off track, which allowed Harry Shaw to go past. So that's in the bottom of your screen. There goes Yanis. So he's just probably gone a little bit deep.
Yeah, bit over in that. What was that? Druid's corner. Yeah, would have been Druid's corner.
And then he has to rejoin. Harry goes past. Oh, Yanis just went right into the back of Madge there. And then we're going to go...
frustrated.
Cut to a little bit ahead of time. Because Yanis went off again.
Oh, did he?
So no, this was the second one. So this was now Madge getting out of the way of Harry. And then cutting across, which forced Yanis off, which is...
Was there contact there? I don't know if you can rewind and maybe go into like a chase cam or something.
Your wish is my command. Here we go. So, Yanis...
I'd be interested to know if there was actual contact between the two or whether it was just there we go. So we'll see Magicam moving over and then... yeah, bit of contact there. Just...
I think he might have just been a little bit blind in terms of not seeing Yanis approach.
Really poor racecraft though. For
I would have thought he'd have let him go after the contact, and he did let him go now. There we go. Yeah.
Though he's right on his bumper again and trying to move around the. He's not letting go. So I don't understand what he's doing here, and he's
and he got disconnected. Now he got disqualified.
Yeah, so Magican will be our first disqualification of our race because that was some questionable driving there. Yeah. 20 incident points within...
I think he should be allowed to rejoin. And that contact, incidentally, pun not intended, has given Yanis a drive-through.
Oh, so no. With 1 minute 20 remaining as well.
Yeah, so he's going to go right down the order.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so we've got a minute left. We'll better do a quick update here. We've been focusing on these two battling out for 5 minutes. So we've got the two Andrews brothers still in the lead, still dominating the field. I mean, Luke Andrews got a 10-second gap on his brother, and then he's got a 7-second gap on P3, which is Harry. For the Pro-Ams, Olivia is still leading Barnaby for about 7 seconds between them. So a quite healthy lead with 52 seconds left. I think there'll be...
This is white flag as well.
And yeah, white flag lap now. So we're on the last lap as we watch Jake here.
No, I'm just going to cut
from his last lap.
Yanis, I want to see if he actually serves this drive through here.
He'll have to serve it. Otherwise, you'll get a time penalty afterwards. Yeah, he does. He goes in for the pits. Absolutely devastating for Yanis here at the end.
Just watch where he rejoins as well. Because he
I don't know
might...
if you... Do you think he'll just park it now? I mean...
No, absolutely not. I think because Ollie James Smith will be roaring past.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
okay,
hear him
so
just there at the bottom of shot.
he's cleared it. Let's see where Yanis will come out.
And that's traffic behind him. That's
P8, I
Parker
think?
going.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
That would be
P6.
Yeah.
P6, yeah. He's come out in P6, which, to be fair, he's only lost 2 positions. 2 positions? Yeah, 2 positions there. So, not the worst, but also not something you want for your points standing this early on the season because of someone's reckless driving. I'm sure the league will have a look at that to see if there's any talks to be had driving like that in the first race, because it's messed with a couple of other people's days as well. And we watched Luke Andrews make his way through the final turn onto the straight, and he will be our first heat race winner for heat race 1 of Oulton Park Circuit. His brother just away to cross the finish line as well, and we watch Olivia on the bottom just making her way onto the back sort of straight thing that we call it now.
Yeah. There was a fight as well further back. Jensen Floyd got past Katerina for, I believe that should be P5
13th
in Pro-Am.
Oh.
Yeah, 13th overall.
Alright, Pro-Am 5. Alright. And we've got the two Andrews brother doing a nice wee victory lap here as Olivia makes her way through Lodge Corner onto the front straight, and she'll be winning the Pro-Am class with Barnaby coming second, and who will be third in Pro-Am? Justin, if everything stays safe for now. What a race. I mean, it's had it all. It's had battles, crashes, drama. Definitely
not
an
quite
intense
battles as well.
race.
With
yeah, there was a bit of holding up with the Lamborghinis, just driving the same lap times, but then passing each other at the end.
Yep. And just catching up on chat as well. That'll be one for the stewards. Yeah, absolutely.
It will be, yeah.
It will probably be of interest here in terms of I think Match will be rejoining as well. I would probably put it down to just being unaware on the filtering in ahead of Yanis, as well as probably some questionable decision making in terms of not quite letting Yanis go straight away. But we'll leave it to the stewards. I think, especially now that we're setting up for, we've got a 5-minute warm up, which should hopefully give us all the chance to get a little bit of a break in and get ready for the next half. So with that said, we'll just put on a replay of the opening of the Heat 1 whilst we wait for things to get ready again for Heat 2.
Definitely. you go. We're back at Oulton Park with our second heat race. Well done, Olivia, indeed, from the chat. We've now got our reverse grid, which I believe is the top 20 have been flipped. We'll see how that goes. So we've got Austin Campbell is our leader. We've got Jack Middleton in P2, Mash Khan in P3. That will be an interesting one. Parker Gloin in P4, Jessica Wesser in P5, Stephanie Visser in P6, Jensen Floyd in P7, I believe. And we're away already. Oh, wow. There we go. Catching up now. We'll see how this transcends. At the top, we've got our leaders who are already running off the track and spinning into the barriers. And oh, God, there's contact all over the field. We've got contact at the rear, contact at the front. The Jensen, God, that's going to be a bit of replay. The Andrews brothers are moving through smoothly, and we've definitely got some stuff to catch on there. Much more hectic start than the first heat race, but that's kind of what you expect from flipping the order like that. You'll have all the fast people at the rear, all the slow people at the front. And we've got another contact here between Jessica and who else was that?
That was Parker Gloin.
Back there. Parker Gloin.
Yeah. And the big losers there.
We've got more contact at the front of the field. Nearly whole. Oh God.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. This is. We'll hopefully get some sort of settling here. We're still spinning. There's a car parked in the middle of the track just after the crest, who's now towed away. We're missing spoilers. More contact.
Barnaby Brewer's off. That's him.
Oh, Barnaby's. There. Oh God. That's an interesting rejoin there.
This is going to be careful because his rear wing missing is going to...
Yeah, he'll have no downforce on those rear tyres, so... Right, let's have a look at the order here.
We'll cut to replays before looking at the order because it might still turn upside down. There it goes. Oh,
there's his rear tyres. That was extremely predictable as this front bumper goes across the track. That'll be... not a good race for him. If we can have the double view, we'll keep watching this carnage unfold as we watch what happened at the start there.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I'll grab Olivia from the second cam.
Yeah, there we go. One of the drivers who managed to get through unscathed, and so did both of the Anderson brothers, who have now worked their way up to the Andrews brothers, back up to P8 and 9 already. What a start. Let's see. Got...
And we can bring up the replays.
Yeah, let's do turn 1 because that was the.
Oh, just to say that bit. We've got two cars side by side on pit exit. They're gonna be careful.
God.
Here. Oh, and Stefan gives away.
They've sorted themselves, but yeah, I don't actually know what would happen if you came out of the pit road still in another car.
So iRacing will keep you ghosted until you guys resolve yourselves, basically. So I'm gonna cue us off with Jack Middleton being the first of the cars listed as going off. So we'll have a look at that. This is at the top of your screen. So you can see Jack Middleton there on the outside of Madge car.
From Madge, yeah.
But I'm assuming...
and then he lost it there.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, he probably gets on the throttle just while on the grass, which...
But this was not even the rear. It was not even the main incident. So that was further behind.
Past. Oh. It was them two again.
Yeah, Jensen Floyd.
As we remember.
And Dyer.
Yeah, Jensen Floyd and Dyer. They had a bit of contact in the first heat race, but then what was that car that was sliding behind?
That was Harry Shaw. He went off track. I can bring up the replay there. So a little bit of check up here. Ollie Smith went round after Barnaby made a little bit of contact.
Barnaby spins him up and he just loses it. Good that he misses that car there. He'll not have too much damage.
Yep.
Gets going again and back onto the racetrack.
And
nice rejoin there.
We can see if what happened to further on. So Ollie James Smith was listed as having fully crashed on that, which we saw. So we get a bit of a longer replay here. So eyes on Barnaby on the inside in the yellow car. So he kind of had, it wasn't even his doing. He was just there on the inside line.
Yeah.
Catches Ogden.
And then he taps someone.
Yeah, that must have been Jonathan Ogden, I think.
Well, lucky that all the leaders and that managed to get through there unscathed, because I think Olivia was right in the mix, and then the two Mustang brothers must have been right behind that, and
Absolutely.
neither of them got majorly tapped.
Let's have a look at some other offs. So this was Billy Wright having gone off track. So I think was this. Oh, this was in the hairpin.
Jesus
My goodness.
Christ.
Jessica
Jessica Race just drives into the back of him, takes his front bumper and boiler off.
And some. That was a very heavy contact. I see if you can.
Oh, and he just he skips the chicane, which is probably the safe thing to do here, just nursing it back to it.
Oh goodness.
That's a heavy hit. And he loses his spoiler just at the end there. Must have been loosened by the contact, and then.
So, and then be careful here. We're continuing on. So Billy straight lines the chicane.
Which is fair enough. He's not got a spoiler or any air at the front.
But then people already were going off afterwards. So
look at the evasive maneuvers though by some of those drivers, especially Olivia there. She kind of dived onto the grass and then somehow managed to get through all of that. Was that Barnaby getting spun as well?
Yes, it was. That was a bit later.
Barnaby getting spun by the Mustangs.
So Olivia.
God.
That was Dyer going through. Jessica hits the wall again.
If we could get a helicopter shot of that, that'd be incredible, because I think that was like millimeters between them here.
Yeah. We'll have a look at that incident there.
Alright, so we've got what actually set this off. So someone was spinning at the front
and
here.
Dyer having a bit of an incident.
Dive by all of these cars.
Yep, Jessica.
And then keeping it stable on the grass, incredible.
And then be careful here, because obviously now that we're on board with Barnaby, we can actually continue this playback here.
So what's taken out by someone?
Outside. Oh, that was
by Billy.
I don't think that was a takeout, but there's not much you could have done there.
Not a purposeful takeout.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, unfortunate circumstances for half the field here. Luke Andrews is back in P5, by the way. He's done incredibly well getting through the field here. And what's happened to Olivia? She's dropped down to P14. She must have had some trouble here.
Yep,
she's Olivia off in pit road as well.
Yeah.
What happened to her?
I don't think that was a incident of sorts.
Billy goes on the pits here.
Olivia
this
had
is still a replay, yeah?
This is live. This is live.
This is live?
Yes, apologies.
Oh wow, she's nearly a whole lap down.
Jack, you need to learn spatial awareness, mate.
Oh, that was someone off in the background. But continuing on, trying to catch up with the action we've missed.
Ollie as well.
So the field at the moment, you've got Austin in P1 in his Audi, who's currently just driving down Warwick Bridge, just coming onto the last turn. The Andrews brothers have found themselves once again. They're a bit further down in P5 and 7.
Yeah.
Saying to me that Yanis is in between them, but the replay is showing, the live feed showing something else.
Yanis is, again, incorrectly listed as a Pro-Am, but yes, this is
just in my overall leaderboard.
Overall leaderboard, he is 4th position. It is interesting that Luke is listed as being ahead of him.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but we'll move on. So we've got Austin, Zane, Mashkan, then Jensen, Luke, Yanis and Jake. That's how the leaderboard's showing at the moment.
Yanis going for a move here on Olivia.
Yeah.
Again, she's lapped at the moment.
Which is very unfortunate for her. I wonder what's happened there to her.
Oh, and Jake is wanting to get involved here.
Apologies, both of them, yeah. I think he's going to take advantage of both of them fighting, and he goes past Yanis there. We'll see if his brother follows him through or if he gets held up a bit. I mean, they've been working through the field incredibly fast here. As we see a car just slightly touching the grass there.
It's Jessica getting out of the way.
Perfect. And they come into Shell Oil Corner, coming around, see if Luke gets the run here. I think Luke has the run on Olivia here. Maybe? No, he's backed off a bit. They make their way onto the kind of straight, not straight at the back. Luke definitely, you can see he's anxious to get past Olivia here. He's pushing her quite a lot, and Jake making a move on Yanis as well. Yanis now being the leader of the Pro-Am class, followed by Barnaby and Olivia. I think half of the Pro-Am class is either taken out or lapped down now from that initial couple of crazy laps.
Which is kind of interesting because we saw Harry Shaw was one of the first cars that was in the shot in camera. As we've got Ollie Smith trying to pass Barnaby as well. My goodness.
Was that a little bit of a squeeze through the middle there? I think
made it work.
Jessica
We've got
backed up
someone
there.
off in the front there. Some dust getting kicked off. Side by side.
To
These guys'
the, like, to
rooms
the line
here.
as well.
Ogden getting
God.
harassed by Middleton as well, further back. Deep
T1.
send.
Oh,
Harry's going to want to take advantage as well.
no contact there, and then God, there's another pass here, but he's going to be on the outside. It's not going to be ideal for him. Yeah. Oh, Aston manages to keep his position there, but Barnaby at the front, and then the Mustang behind Barnaby. Who's that?
That's Ollie. That's Ollie. Ollie James Smith.
Ollie. Yeah. Though again, the leaderboard is...
Oh, what a send from Jonathan.
Oh,
From Harry, apologies.
move to
on
the
Jonathan.
inside.
Yeah.
yeah, Harry makes a good move there. The inside was left open by the Aston there. What is that Aston? Is that Jonathan Ogden in the
That's
black
Ogden.
Aston, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So he'll lose that position. This is all for kind of P10 roughly, overall P10. With Barnaby being in 8th, Harry in 9th, Jonathan Ogden 10th. It's intense battling still. I think if we keep getting this kind of racing for the rest of the series, no one will like each other by the end of it. We've got the Mustang brothers catching up with Maj Khan, by the way. That'll be an interesting one to watch for sure. We'll see if he's clever enough to let them go by, or if he decides to contend with them and potentially cause more enemies, because it certainly doesn't need more enemies. Don't know if we can get the camera feeds on them as well. One of them.
Apologies. It's a bit of a hectic moment
Yeah.
over here on the overlay, so this should be fixed now. So we've got Barnaby leading this pack at the moment. A little bit of a train. Maj Khan is in a bit of a fight, which I believe was that the fight you mentioned.
Yeah, Luke, yeah. If you got to Luke Andrews, Maj Khan is just ahead of him.
There we go.
There you go, wonderful. Maj Khan goes off track a wee bit here. Luke's giving him a bit of bump drafting.
Yeah, if the camera was on the front
I think
there.
we're coming
Oh,
into
a bit
Druid's
more
corner
contact
here,
as well.
a bit more contact. Yeah, he needs to watch that because there's still 27 minutes left and that'll be 4 X's every time. Luke really doesn't need the slowdown or the drive-through or disqualification here. He's as he goes off track again. And driving around someone who's not been the safest, you need to keep those incident points. You need to leave yourself a good buffer just in case something happens. We'll see what they play here coming into the hairpin. I mean, if you're Maj, you really want to concede the position here, I would say. I mean, Luke's about double his I rating as he goes around the outside. Does he make it stick? Oh, quite. And Maj shuts the door on him. I mean, fair enough on him for him contending, but I don't think Luke will tolerate this for too long, as he's definitely the fastest driver. I mean, Luke's setting nearly 2-second faster lap times than Maj here.
The very big important point is that these guys are lapping considerably slower than the cars behind. So now Jensen Floyd is right onto the back here. He's in bomb shot.
He's
gotta
going
give
for
him
the
room.
shot.
Oh,
Correction, Luke Andrews, not Jensen Floyd.
oh, he's
One
gone
on the
for it.
outside. Oh God.
Now Yanis Dyer
Very,
is entering the shot
very
as well.
sketchy here.
There we go.
Some of the foliage covers that up, but Maj Khan going for it again.
That's another forest,
Just-
I think. Yeah.
Questionable driving here.
Oh, We're going to cut a little bit back here. So we've got Yanis and Jensen Floyd side by side. This is Pro-Am versus Pro. So Jensen lets him go. Jake Andrews further back. He's also probably going to be let go as well.
Yeah, Jake definitely needs to get let through, I think, here, especially if... Yeah, Jensen's Pro-Am will... I don't think Jake will have too much issue getting past here again. They were running so well the last race, and they've shown that they can work their way through traffic, starting basically dead last and now being in P3 and P7.
Yep.
They have the ability to both drive in clean traffic and through traffic, which is incredible, really. Performance from both of them. It'll be interesting to see how them two... I'm sure they'll be pairing up for the endurance races to see how that will go, I think.
Magic is
that'll be incredible.
Here. Yanis.
All right. Where is he? Yep. Yanis trying to go past him on the chicane again. Not the greatest passing point, but I'm sure he'll get through eventually. I mean, the lap times are significantly slower than the top. Pretty much the top 10 here. His fastest lap time still is a 134, while everyone in the top 10's fastest lap times are 132s.
And Yanis on the inside again. Surely he's got it here.
Yeah, he's got the advantage here coming into Druids, and he takes it out of Druids and then goes towards Lodge. Oh no, sorry, was it Druids? Oh, hang on, we've got pits coming up.
That's Jake Andrews in the pits.
Yeah, Jake Andrews coming to the pits. He's not black flagged, is he?
No. This is planned. He's going into his pit box, and
this is a scheduled pit stop.
He fought for the right to get ahead of Madge, get clear, have the clean air, and now he's had to pit. So if this was by design,
interesting,
or if he was forced because he was out of fuel, then so be it. But is he gonna drive out into traffic and rue that decision? We've got Madge at the moment, man of the hour. Jensen Floyd just behind, looking to make a move on him, possibly. He is Jensen Floyd in Pro-Am. He is leading Pro-Am. You'll have to excuse the standings not being correct, but
Jake's come out in P13.
Yeah.
That's extremely bizarre.
I
mean, there's been some people who've pitted already, but
he is at the head of cars that have pitted. Only car ahead of him is Billy Wright, who probably is ahead by virtue of only needing to do a fast repair.
Yeah.
Jake went for a scheduled fuel stop.
That's a bit early, though. I mean, 10 laps. Last time they came in at lap 19.
Yep.
That's nearly double the stint time there, and you would have also thought they would have come in together to, they've been driving back to back pretty much this whole time. So I don't know if maybe one of them is going for a bit of an alternate strategy here because he was so far away from his brother, to see if something happens with his brother, at least one of them can still take the victory for their team. I'm really perplexed here.
I'm thinking
Jonathan Ogden coming into pits, yeah.
I'm thinking it might be just a case of they're running their own strategies. I think if I was driving, noting how early of a pit stop window we might get here at Oulton, it might just be a case of I've not passed enough cars early on. Let me just hit, see if I get out in the clear air, and then pass everyone whilst they're getting into their pit stops and fights later.
I also wouldn't want to drive that much around Maj, to be fair. So he might have just gone, he's like in my vicinity, I want to play it safe. I might as well pit now, get away from that.
And definitely want to we've got Yanis off.
Spin up in the front,
Yanis
off the track. Must have overdriven that corner and coming out of the Knickerbock chicane.
We can have a look at the replay real quick and see what happened to him. Is the chopper cam on board? So we can see, quite a bit of grass there.
Yeah, just lose the rear. It was that Knickerbock, yeah, it is.
Oof.
Unfortunate, but not too much harm done. No contact, no damage. He'll just lose a couple of positions. I mean, what's he now in? P3 and pros. And...
there goes Harry Shaw.
Oh, what a send!
A bit
But
too
he
deep, I
does
think.
suffer. Yeah, he does suffer out of the corner. He's got the advantage here because coming into Old Hole Hill, or sorry, into Cascades, he'll be
And
on the inside.
Jensen
Yeah,
let him go. Yep.
he's got the good position here. Good move. A
And,
daring one, but good.
And there's no respite here. Jack Middleton as well is right behind Barnaby, just at the back of shot.
Mm.
Ollie James
And there
Smith
for a position
will
for the leader of the Pro-Am group.
Yep. Yep. So we'll see how things proceed here. And time and again, we've seen so often, two guys, they'll be fighting, not much to do, and then suddenly you get 5 cars all under a blanket, really. I don't want to harp on Madge here, because other than the incident in the opening heat as well, he's decided, you know what, I'm going to fight for every single position I take tooth and nail.
Which is fair enough.
That is
I don't
absolutely
have a
fair
problem
enough.
with that.
Yep.
It's just how you go about it.
And I guess the stewards will
Move out the way.
retcon the story if need be, in terms of whether it was fair or not.
Oh, there's a move again by Harry. I think Harry's good on these kind of later pop out and dive bomb sort of moves, and he pulls them off really well, to be fair. I mean,
And Madge
it wasn't sketchy. Madge comes into the pits as well. I'm
So we'll
not
see
sure.
how
I'll give everyone a
this-
bit
oh,
of respite.
Jack with
Oh,
a
another
send.
dive. Nice. But it
Oh,
doesn't
bit of
quite
contact.
Make, oh, big off by Barnaby.
He's going to keep that position as well. So we'll see how that goes. Little flash from Barnaby. We're going to cut to replay
Yeah,
for the
got it.
overtake, but I'll let you call this because I think it's going to go right back at him.
Yeah, he is. He's sticking right on the bumper here as they're approaching Shellold's corner, Oil's corner. We'll see if he tries to do a reverse dive. No, he tucks him behind him. Doesn't go for anything outrageous. Actually loses a bit of time here and falls back towards Ollie in the Mustang. Quite interesting. Well, let's have a look at the replay of what's happened there at the front to see if there was contact or if Barnaby was kind of just forced off a bit.
Yeah, we can bring that up. Ollie decides to keep Stum. Stays behind, so we'll see what happens
Ollie's
here.
just kind of.
Ooh,
Yeah, definitely contact there.
it's a bit early for me. Let's see if we can cut a little bit further back. So this is now the start of the straight, heading across the
Yep.
start finish.
Into turn 1 here.
Yeah, and he
He
moved that far back.
drives
had to be
in.
committed.
And he just.
Ooh.
Do you know what? I think that might have been on both of them. I don't think Barnaby left him quite enough space on the inside there. Barnaby was running quite tight, as if Jack almost wasn't there.
Oh,
He
and
was trying to take the ideal line. Oh, that's Barnaby into the pits.
and this is a drive-through because he's got a black
is it?
flag. Yeah. Elsewhere,
he does.
Stefan Visser has got disqualified. So in the midst of all that, he had enough points
Second.
to get a drive-through and then
In
disqualified.
13 minutes. How could you?
Ugh,
That's 20 incidents in 13 minutes. That's
that's rough.
basically 2 incidents per minute.
Yep. And,
Wow.
It'll be mostly off tracks. There he goes. Barnaby slots in behind Billy Wright. This is 4
He's got
position.
his car nicely repaired.
Yep.
And that leaves Jensen in the, well, pretty much definite lead for Pro-Am here. I mean, the next car down is, what are we looking at? Barnaby's now 5 positions behind Jensen.
Yep.
And then Olivia's in P13. So I think Olivia's got a lap back if she was lapped. Yeah, she's showing on the lead lap, I think.
Yep, she is. So
Which,
good effort from
we'll
her.
see if Olivia is able to catch on to Barnaby here
Oh,
and see.
and you were just talking about it. Jensen's now got a black flag. I think he went off track there.
Oh no.
Jack Middleton just went off track as well.
Yeah, Jensen here with a black flag. That will chuck him back as well. He'll have to serve his drive through. And that will put him, well, roughly around where Barnaby is now, because Barnaby had to take a black flag, so we'll have some more battling resuming.
Yeah, he'll
Yeah,
let
Ollie
him
goes
go.
past him. I think Jensen will just let people go here. He knows he's having to lose a couple of seconds here as he comes into the pits to serve his drive-through penalty.
So see if he opts to do the normal service and then go out, but he stays in the fast lane here. So
Well, it wouldn't count as his drive-through.
No, but
if he stops.
iRacing will give you 3 laps to serve a drive-through, so you're well within
Yeah.
your rights to just opt for a pit stop, especially
Has
if you're...
Jensen come in for the pits yet?
He
or
has not. This is his first pit entry that I've got listed on my timing page. And
Yeah.
he comes out between Barnaby and Jake Andrews.
Jake on that little bit different strategy than his brother Luke, as we saw earlier. Luke is still in P3. He's not caught the P2 yet. They are in a battle. Yeah, there we are. So Luke and Zane, if we can cut to that, they are battling at the moment.
Yep.
We'll see if Luke, who's obviously doing so well, can get past Zane here and catch Austin, who's a good 20 seconds ahead of both of them. He goes for a move there. No, maybe. No, thinks better of it.
And again, full context, that's, I believe that's not Jessica, is it? Oh.
The what?
That's
Porsche,
glowing.
or
That's glowing behind. Yep. That's blue flagged. That's not full position. He's just gone out of the way. Barker glowing in P16 overall. So good on him to not interject with our fight for the lead.
Score.
Yep. Yanis is in
Again,
the pits.
it's all about not making enemies this early on. We've got 5 races to go now once this is finished, and some of them are double races with the heats. And if you're making enemies this early on, you're gonna have a tough season coming through the rest of it. And it just fights against you, something you don't need.
Speaking of tough season, we'll stay with Yanis here. Match Khan is listed as having got a drive-through, so we'll see where that puts him out on track. Yanis, that's Jessica on the left there.
Coming out just ahead of her, and that will put. Let's see, how's it? So Barnaby is now leading the Pro-Ams because Jensen had to take that drive through. And we've got Jensen and then Olivia.
Yep. And I just want to take the chance as well to give Austin some props here. Had a pretty torrid opening heat, and
he's driven away from the P2.
Has he? Absolutely, he has. 24 seconds here. At this moment, it's only really traffic or incident points that could doom in.
Yeah. Well, Luke managed to get past Zane as well, by the way, because Zane has been black flagged.
Yes, he has. Ooh, that is interesting.
He comes in for pits, so he'll have to serve a separate drive-through. I wonder what happened there, if there was contact between Luke and Zane.
What's this pit entry?
Maybe.
I've not got anything in terms of... Oh yeah, he did go for an overtake, didn't he? So
we'll see Luke make the move past here. Nice and clean one. And no contact between the two of them so far that could have caused the black flag. I don't know if Zane maybe ran off the track here or...
I've not got
what
enough
happened.
Track, so this might be possibly speeding in the pits.
That could explain it. Maybe why he didn't do the drive-through first. Yeah, so as he's maybe just done his scheduled pit stop and was a bit fast coming to pit road, and that's what's caused it. Okay.
And Zane comes out on track. We'll see where he merges in. Currently 13th overall, so it's been quite a tight field. Though having said that, Austin is there in the first pit box, no surprise, given he started on pole.
Right, and we've got Luke Andrews, a little bit of a change of position here. He's managed to get P1 from Austin, I believe. Has he taken it? Yeah, leaderboard's not updated yet. However, due to that pit stop, obviously Austin coming in, Luke has not pitted. No, Luke's still due a pit stop, so after the whole pit stop order, Austin will come out in the lead again. Just until then, we've got a temporary new leader as we watch them fight. We'll have a look through the field a little bit. We've got Austin behind him, followed by Harry in P3, followed by Jack Middleton in P4. Jack Middleton. There we go. He's just on the tails of Mash Khan here. Hopefully he'll be able to get through nicely. We've got Billy, who's fought his way up to P5. He's amongst Jensen, who's just behind him, leading the Pro-Ams, followed by Jake Andrews on his alternative pit strategy. We've got a bit of a highlight here on Luke and Austin, but I don't think anything's happened between the two of them. There you go. There's Luke is in on the pits, so Austin will resume control of the race, I assume. Yeah, he's taking the lead back here. We'll see where Luke comes out, and we'll watch him exit pit road just onto a nice and clear track. No issues there from the man who won the first heat race. We'll have a look at the rest of the field. So, running through the order, it seems like Olivia's leading Pro-Am again. I don't know how that's happened. Yeah, Olivia's leading Pro-Am. Jensen Floyd might have had an issue here, or he might have had to pit. Let's watch. Yeah, so Jensen's coming to the pits, giving the lead to Olivia. Does she have to pit again? So Olivia will have to come into the pits soon as well, because she's on her 16th lap since her last pit. So, unfortunately, not an upset change of position for her. Just usual strategy. Go back to the leader here. He's got a nice and clean track. I mean, yeah, so Austin at the moment's got a still 20-second lead on Luke. Luke's sitting behind him, just comfortable. We've got Harry in P3. Very nice. Let's have a look on the field. Oh, the field's frozen. There we go. Perfect. Got a bit of a battle here for P10 between Jack and Jack and Jensen. So Jensen behind Jack. Jensen being obviously the leader of Pro-Am. He's probably wanting to make some good time to try and get an advantage. And we've got a black flag as well. Yanis has been black flagged, and he's currently in P8. Serving his black flag now, coming through the pits. That will send him far down the lane, and he's only got 10 instants left before a DQ. Again, not ideal. We've had one DQ already, which is Stefan Visser. He'll need to drive a bit more careful. Hopefully he'll come out on track here with no bother. Again, clean track, so I don't see that being an issue. Got a bit of a fight here for P3. I believe Billy has gone around. Who's he fighting here with? Luke? Or Jake? He's gone around Jake, and he's now looking to challenge Luke. Billy with some really solid lap times. 1:32.8. He's running his fastest. See if it to catch on. He's got a 9-second gap to Luke here for P2, but he's made his way onto the podium. I'm sure Jake will try and contest this though, and trying to fight back as he should. Trying to get the podium back from Billy. Watch that unfold for a bit as they make their way over the start-finish line. We've got about 6.5 minutes, so a bit over 4 or 5 laps, depending on when the leader crosses the line. As Jake goes for a move around the outside, doesn't make it stick. Billy just taking the optimal line there. They also have Jonathan Odgen just behind them, kind of hoping they'll be slower when they're fighting with each other, which they will be. See if they make any sort of attempts here to start. Oh, and Jake I think there was a contact there between Jake and Billy. That's not ideal. We'll get Khaled to do a replay once he's back, but yeah, Jake spinning Billy here. Billy's gonna not be very happy at all with what happened there, and that'll leave. And did Jonathan go past both of them? Yeah, so Jonathan Ogden made a pass on both of them when Jake spun Billy. So we've now got Austin leading with Luke, Jonathan, and then Jake in P4. We'll go to look at Jake and see if he manages to get past Jonathan or not. If I can cut the camera, there we go. He's right on his heels. Billy might have just been a bit slow down. They come into the pit road again, Jake, with that slightly odd strategy, but him and Jonathan clearly on the same strategy, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, so Jonathan and Jake are pretty much on the same strategy. Jake running a little bit of a longer stint there of 11 laps, while 12 laps, while Jonathan was only running 11 laps. Have a look through the field, see if there's any other battles going on. We've got 6 and 7. So that'll be Jake Andrews and Ollie. Oh, sorry. Jake Andrews and Jonathan. We're stuck in a pipe battle. I mean, this is where he had a bit of contact with Billy as they make their way around the hairpin. Other incidents or not? No, nothing yet. P3 and 4 here. Billy Wright and Harry Shaw having a bit of a... they're quite far apart, but we'll see if Billy able to get his podium back here or not. Because at the moment... Oh no, he's on the podium, sorry. If Harry can... Yeah, if Billy can get his podium back here, because Harry's currently leading him by about a second. And that's my wonderful co-host back, and he can go back. There's been an incident between Billy and Jake. If you could get a replay of that, I think there might have been some contact coming to the hairpin, and Jonathan managed to get past both of them.
Let's have a look.
A couple of laps ago.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh. Yeah, so Jake loses it a little bit. I think it was more of a case of Jake trying to recover from a near spin and just Billy getting caught up in that. But yeah, Jonathan Ogden sails past both of them due to their slowdown. See, quite a nasty incident
retired
there.
as well. So what's happened to him? His race about to finish as
Janis
well.
retired. Yeah, we've got 2 minutes 37 left. Janis spun again, and oh, that'll be some nasty damage to that rear engine.
That is almost a repeat on
Same
the
spin
other side of the
from
car.
earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the
Ah,
same
it's
spin in that
unfortunate to
corner.
see. So
Not ideal for Janis.
So with 2 minutes left to go, that gives us a top 3 of Austin, Luke, and Harry in Pro. Billy Wright here in P4. Looking a bit further down as well, Ollie James Smith, Jonathan Ogden, and Jake Andrews, who's currently in a little bit of a fight with Jonathan.
They've been going for it the whole time. I mean, Jonathan managed to get past Jake there at the back of that spin with Billy, and Jake's been trying to get that position back ever since as they come past our
Manchester got a
friend.
bumper missing. He's got a front bumper missing, yeah. So what's happened to him?
He's dragging his bumper along.
And he got
I
disqualified.
think he just got disqualified again. Right.
So what happened to him?
Oh, I don't know at this point, to be fair. Could have been anything. He'll definitely need speaking to after this race.
I think he might have just
our
lost it
lovely
because I've
team.
not got a
contact marker.
contact or anything like that. Yes, or even an off
No.
tracks.
I didn't see anything of like him change positions or anyone else getting involved with anything. But we'll see how these last couple of seconds turn out. I think we'll have. Is this white flag or
This
we'll
is
have
There he
Yeah,
goes.
white flag.
Body the flagman.
White flag taken now by Austin with
Takes the
a
fastest
stellar
lap.
performance, is right. Does he
The
take? Oh yeah,
fastest lap,
1:30.22. Incredible. He's showing the field how it's done here with a 23-second lead on Luke. And getting away from Luke isn't easy. I mean, if you look back at the first race, Luke was dominant. Very, very dominant. And now he's just not done well. Olivia's managed to get her way back into the lead of Pro-Am somehow. I mean, we'll have to have a review of what happened there. But yeah, she's managed to get past Jensen, who's just
Obviously,
2
Jensen
positions
had that
behind her.
penalty. Which,
Yeah, Jensen had a penalty.
dropped him way back. But at the moment, the leader, Austin, coming up to, I believe, lap, what's that, Barnaby. So,
Yeah.
really impressive performance here to be lapping pretty much nearly
We'll have
half the
that.
field here.
We'll have the last view here of the leader of Pro going down, but not straight at the back.
Harry Shaw managed to lose a podium position here.
Oh,
I'm not sure what happened there.
Mr.
Yeah,
Billy
Harry
Wright.
Shaw went, Billy snuck onto the podium with less than a lap of fighting to go.
I thought that might happen here with the last lap to go, as we see our leader Austin coming onto the front straight, ready to take that checkered flag, and he does, winning our second race, heat race 2 at Oulton Park Circuit. And Olivia just getting around the hairpin, starting to finish her last lap with a quite healthy. She's got 2-second gap.
Bit, yeah. And
She's
would you look at that?
She's 50.
All that talking we've done, and only now does P2 cross the line. Luke,
Yeah.
impressive
Luke
performance.
passing in P2, and then Billy will be coming in P3. We'll get a wee replay just after everything finishes here and how he managed to get that P3 off Harry.
We'll play the replay.
Billy
here.
earlier. Billy didn't even have a bumper
Jake
or a
got,
spoiler earlier.
And Jake got disqualified on the last lap of the race. Jake Andrews is out.
Oh, Jake Andrews disqualified. That's major. That's. I wonder what happened
It's
there. I
insane.
mean, he hasn't been involved with much in the race,
So
to be honest.
Replay of Billy Wright going past Harry Shaw, who went off track. Oh,
Close one there.
And Olivia
Bill-
manages
and
to take
Olivia,
it.
yeah. Olivia taking the P1 again. So Olivia going back to back with wins for Pro-Am, showing a very dominant performance, even with having trouble early on in the race. And I wonder what happened to Jake there.
Andrews? Yeah, that must have been some kind of off track or an incident point, because I got
Surely.
all of a sudden so many people just passing him.
Yeah, I mean, surely he would have been very careful in his last lap, not getting
I
disqualified.
think I know what's happened here. All right, we'll be doing interviews soon, but I will take the chance to show what happened to Jake Andrews. So I've got him listed as attempting an overtake late, and then all of a sudden, here he goes. This is a replay. Off track contact, and here it goes.
Oh, would have been 5x there. Not ideal, especially not on the last lap.
Yeah.
We'll just watch everyone kind of. There we've got the a bit of a formation. Or was that
shucks.
a
There we
triple
go.
overtake?
Yeah, I think that's a PSRL flying formation there.
Very
But,
nice. Olivia with the lead. Wonder if we'll get any burnouts by anyone on the front stretch. Maybe any victory celebrations, or if we'll just save the car and bring it in.
Austin
Actually,
with a very stellar drive. Yeah, you know what? I think Heat 1 can be forgotten after that kind of dominating performance.
I did really well.
Yeah, there might be some stewarding decisions to be made from Heat 1, and especially quite a few in Heat 2. But Austin has kept his nose clean and shown what he can do when given that chance on Heat 2 pole. And we'll be looking forward to hear from him on the broadcast.
Heat 1, he was 9 laps down, and he finished first in Heat 2. That's definitely a comeback there.
Luke Andrews as well. Shout out to having gained 18th position. Definitely the flying Brit in the Heat 2. Harry Shaw, 14 positions gained. Right there on broadcast, being followed by Ollie James Smith, 11 positions gained. And probably of no surprise, most of Pro managing to get to the front of the overall field. And yeah, I think that is pretty much us. So we
I'll
will
try and get them to get the interview sorted.
Yep. So we'll take a little break whilst we wait for guys to join us on the broadcast. So again, we've got apologies for not getting my Andrews brothers mixed. One of the Andrews joining us for
Luke
Pro
Andrews.
Heat 1. Luke Andrews. Thank you very much, Max. Luke Andrews joining us for Heat 1 win in Pro. And as you can recall, Olivia winning both the heats in Pro-Am, and then Austin joining us as well. So do give us a little bit of time whilst we get that sorted for you.
So we're here now with Olivia for our first interview post the race. Obviously, dominating both the first heat race and the second heat wave. How'd you find that driving experience there, Olivia?
Very much on edge. I hadn't done any practice going into tonight's round. I think when it comes to GT3 fixed at Oulton, majority of what I did was when the race was on the calendar. So I wasn't sure of how it would go tonight. Obviously qualifying, I just managed to get a decent lap in. I believe I was pole out of the Pro-Ams, so I'm very pleased with that. To convert that into 2 race wins, that's even better. But yeah, race 1 went great. I think everybody can agree it was a very clean start. For me, it was from start to finish. It was a clean race. Race 2, unfortunately, didn't go quite as well. It was a bit of a comeback. It was a bit of a comeback drive. I spent the entire race not knowing what position I was in. I was constantly checking up on Jensen and on Barnaby's positions, trying to figure out if they'd pit ahead of me or if they'd come out behind. And just getting my head down and going down. It's worked out in my favour.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, heat race 1 was a much more clean race compared to what happened in the second one. For the second one, what kind of happened? Because we watched the start and you kind of managed to get through all of the trouble at the start there, kind of with a T1 incident and then going through behind the chicanes on Clay Hill. You managed to avoid all of that. What happened for you to lose your position against Barnaby and Jensen there?
So yeah, as you said, there was a bunch of pileups at the start of the race, and I have no idea how I survived it. I thought I was going to end up sideways at down the straight to the chicanes. Managed to survive that. A couple laps after that, just into the final corner. I don't know if I overshoot it or what happened, but from my perspective, there was a car stopped on the apex of the track. I ended up hitting him. He went off the track. It caused a ton of damage to the car. My wheel was sitting a 90-degree to the left just to get it straight, so it wasn't ideal. Luckily, we have like a fast repair, so I pitted early. Thankfully, managed to have enough fuel to get to the end. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, you and Billy both using your fast repairs early on, and it was a nice little wee formation lap from you two at the end there. We're just having on the broadcast the kind of mess that happened at the start, but very good avoidance by you. We were saying during the broadcast, especially coming down well, we've been calling it the back, not straight.
Mhm.
You managed to
Yeah.
sail past all of the cars through the grass without much incident. Are you looking forward to the next couple of rounds now, having taken both the victories for both the heat races? Obviously, that'll give you a quite nice boost in the standings. Yeah.
Yeah, I am and I'm not. I'll look at it the same way I look at every single round. I'll maybe put a bit more effort into trying to practice just to hold on to that lead, but you never know how the season will entail. I just got to go in with a clear head each round, hope for the best. And we get a drop round, so it's good to start off the season on a high, using it
Definitely.
when it's only needed.
Well, we'll be looking forward to seeing you at Spa then on the 20th. And yeah, thank you for joining the broadcast. Appreciate it.
Thank
Well
you.
done again. Up next, we've got Austin, who manages to turn around a kind of performance in Heat Race 1 that was probably leaving him with a bit of a desire to do better, and he turned that around to very, very positive win of Heat 2. Welcome, Austin, to the broadcast. How did you find that?
It was a bit of a dull race on my end. Messed up the start a little bit because I didn't realise how early green went. But yeah, other than that, it was just not getting off tracks.
Yeah. A lot of people were struggling with off tracks and contacts and drive throughs and DQ'd. How did you manage to stay clean through that? Were you just kind of ahead of the whole mess in T1 and just saw it through your rearview mirrors?
Yeah, pretty much. Luckily, I still reacted to the green, but as soon as I cleared T1, it's just, I think it was about a 6-second gap. And from there on, just sort of relax and,
Just driving practice laps, basically.
Yeah.
Well, it was a stellar performance. You managed to get to, I think, a 23-second gap, and that was on Luke, who obviously in the first race, he dominated the field and drove away with a victory there. So that was an extremely good performance by you there. How did you find that Audi was driving around Oulton Park there? I think you're one of the only few people, maybe even the only person in an Audi. Yeah, you're the only Audi. How do you find that?
It's
drove on the
not
track.
fun.
More fun?
No, it's not fun.
It's not fun. I think I remember chatting to you in one of the pre-races, and you were saying last time the Audi didn't kill you, and that you're glad about that. Is that still the case?
Yeah, I mean it's not too difficult to drive. It's just it's a frustrating way to drive that car. It's I suppose it's the same with all of them, with the fixed setups, but just the way you have to dance around hitting ABS and traction control more than usual. Just that's your main worry, is not hitting apexes, it's hitting TC.
All right.
But,
and how would you say the Audi compares to the other cars? What makes it is it just that the traction control and ABS work on it slightly different than the other cars, and that's a bit more difficult to manage on a fixed setup?
going by official results, the Mustang is the absolute clear favourite for the best. Just fixed setup, but it's not bad. I think the rest of the cars are all fairly well balanced.
Well, definitely a really good performance turning around there. And are you looking forward to the next race at Spa?
Yeah, it looks to be quite good, as long as we sort of maintain the grid sizes. Should be alright.
Yeah. Obviously a longer race. Have you got someone you'll be partnering up with yet?
No.
No, not yet. Okay, well,
Well, no,
we'll
I don't
see.
intend to have a partner.
Oh, you're running it single by yourself? Well, good luck with Spa, and we'll see you then. Hopefully we'll see another stellar performance by you from the Belgian track.
Yeah, all right. Well, see you then.
See you around. And that's us now with Luke Andrews, who, without doubt, has probably put out one of the best performances of the day, dominating Heat Race 1 and making up more positions than probably anyone in the field in Heat Race 2. Welcome to the broadcast. How was those 2 races for you, Luke?
Yeah, good fun. Thanks. I really enjoyed the reverse grid race. Actually, that was there was a lot to pick through on, especially on the first lap. But no, yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it tonight. It was good fun.
Now, before we get to any racing, I need to confirm this. Are you and Jake brothers?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, that's right.
Wonderful, because we've been calling you the Mustang brothers and the Andrews brothers, and we're just assuming running the same team livery, running the same car, having the same surname. So I'm glad that's the case. Obviously, you two had a amazing performance in the first race, kind of sticking together, pitting together, all of like coming 1 and 2. That's really good. In the second race, we noticed Jake had a bit different pit strategy. Was that something you guys planned as sort of a team, as a contingency in case one of you had some issues, or was that just you running separate strategies?
Yeah, he did
Dynamically.
decide to go for a different strategy on the fly because I think you probably saw in the stream that there was a Porsche that was kind of the cork in the bottle for a bit, and I struggled to get past him for a while, and then the others were bunched up behind him, and Jake was sort of at the back of that queue.
Yeah.
So we were kind of discussing it, yeah, on voice chat with one of our other drivers who was spotting for us as well, and we kind of all said that it was probably the right thing for him to try and pit and undercut them all. Which did seem to work, I think. And then I think he got caught up behind a Merc that was kind of on a very different strategy of like fuel saving, that got caught up in incidents at the beginning, and then they kind of all came together, I think. But yeah, I think it would have worked if he hadn't got caught up in that one, but these things happen.
Yeah, some really good overtakes from the start there, and I was very surprised how both of you managed to get through the kind of T1 incident and the chicane incident. You guys managed to get through mostly unscathed. I don't think there was much contact, if any contact at all. How did you manage to avoid all of that? Did you just kind of hang back and take it one car at a time? Walk me through the kind of, especially the T1 incident, you being right at the back of the field.
Yeah, it's just patience, really. I mean, on tight tracks around here, especially like first race of the season, there's probably going to be some stuff go on. So, and it's a 40-minute race, so you've got time to make your way through the field. Like, you don't have to do it all on the first lap. So I was just kind of trying to, keep out of trouble, and then you give yourself a chance to, push forward once it kind of settles down. And I think Jake just kind of did the same thing, just sat behind me, and yeah, once everything had kind of settled down, then we could start pushing forward and making some overtakes. But yeah, when it's all kicking off like that on lap 1, you don't want to find yourself in the wrong place, because you'd end up in the wall and out the race.
100%, and a couple of cars did end up like that in the wall and out of the race. I mean, there was a couple of disqualifications in both of them because the incidents were set quite low, I think, as a mistake, and that'll be adjusted for race 2. How are you looking forward to the rest of the calendar? I assume you and Jake are running this sort of as a team effort. I know you said that you're in voice chat with him and your spotter. Are you more approaching this as kind of like a 2-car team rather than individuals, I assume?
Yeah, I think so. Like, there's a small group of us that we race together, and we all kind of do it as mates. And yeah, so me and Jake are, yeah, obviously trying to work together, but go for individual results as well. So tonight was just a case, I think, of like, race 1 we could very much work together as a pair, and then second race we kind of split up a bit and did our own thing. But yeah, we always try and work as a team. But yeah, it kind of just depends how the race unfolds, really, doesn't it?
100%. I'll look forward to seeing the rest of 5-9 Racing as your team, I think. Doing a stellar job. Just a quick follow up from that. Are you guys running the longer endurance races as a team together in the same car, or are you running separate cars?
I'm not sure. I don't actually. I probably need to check the rules more on that because I don't know whether we'll get another driver in for each car or whether we'll run it together. If it's an option to run it together, we'll maybe just do that. But yeah, I think we'll decide later on in the season once I've read the rules in more detail, I guess.
Wonderful. Well, it'll be good to see you back at Spa next week. And yeah, well done again to both of yous of 5-9 Racing. And I think you can walk away with a big satisfaction with a P1 and a P2 there. Well done.
Thanks very much, guys. See you next time.
See you next time.
Right, so that is round 1, or race 1 and 2, depending on how you want to count things. I've been your host, producer and co-comms, Khalid Ramadan, also known as Attore, alongside Maximilian Ring, who's been gracing us with some fantastic calls over both heats and the qualifying as well. And yeah, we've got the series second event at Spa coming up, so definitely looking forward to that. And if you're at all interested, here is the broadcast schedule coming up. So obviously we've got Spa next week, which will be a hour 30 if I've got it correct. So that will be a straight blast with some proper pit stops on a track that rewards straight line speed. So we'll see if the fixed setups
100%.
manage to get in the way there. And then we've got Snetterton the week after as well, going back to the heat format. And here on SimSpecMedia, we've got the FRS 1-to-1 series, and that will be a Formula 4, kind of like a GB4 invitation event, if you will, at Silverstone with proper gridding, heats, and manual safety car as well. So that should be a very interesting fight, as well as the Samsung GT3 Championship finale for this season at Road Atlanta. And that will be part of a doubleheader on that August 30 Sunday. So, without further ado, this has been us. And I think we've had a lot of racing, a lot of incidents, a lot of everything really. And I'm glad to have been able to be on here broadcasting this for PSRL here on SimSpecMedia. And we look forward to carrying that on next week. So, see you guys, and I suppose we'll get a goodbye from Max as well.
Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the racing and what we've been able to show you. It was definitely 2 good, very good races, and we look forward to seeing everyone race at Spa next week for the hour and a half endurance race.